Man, 2023, what a crazy year. Too many things to name, but I'll name a few. One of the most proudest moments was developing my own blade called the Little Nug, and can't thank Adam enough. It's been on my hip ever since I got it, and it's done a lot of stuff with me now, and I'm super proud of it. And man, what a fun project. So this year, I learned trapping, and here's a fun adventure from that. I slid down a hill, and I got into and fully switched over to barefoot shoes. I learned tracking as an art and skill set, which I learned many animals in many different terrains and how to identify where, when, and why they come and go. Found my first pheasant feather on a hunt. Did a lot of hunting this year, a lot of trapping. My first coon ever, right here. I played D&D for the first time ever, which was pretty interesting. I did my first haunted maze, which was also super interesting and fun. Ladies didn't like it as much. Fun stories there. I had a lot of beautiful moments hunting this year. Pretty happy here. Made my first trapper's basket, ready to get out on my first trap line there. And learned a lot this year about that. The Idaho Wet Shavers meetup, if you were there, you know. This was an intense class taught by Cody Lundeen about Tinder bundles / bird nests. That was super interesting. I learned a lot from him. Got a cool deer track here. The Rabbit Stick Duck, man, good old Tom. He's an awesome fellow and a really cool book. Learned a lot from him. Got Dave Holiday and Dave Westcott, absolute legends. Learned a lot from them. Went on some cool adventures with my buddy Jeff. We hiked a few places and did some cool things and found some cool stuff. I learned at Rabbit Stick how to process wild food as well, and tried to get my wife in on that as well. Got Wonia here from Alone. Learned from her, processing wild food. Caleb, what a legend, taught me how to do my first hand drill. Fire. Tom Wax also helped me with that, as well as some other really cool things like the Egyptian bow drill. Learned some really cool stuff from the gray bearded Green Beret about navigation. Renee, the master tracker, and Joe Mejia, an absolute great friend of mine. Blowing my first hand drill coal into flame was an awesome experience. Learning from Cody Lundeen was absolutely mind-blowing. He's a passionate man. Was so happy on this occasion. It was a long time in coming. Thank you so much, Caleb. Bushwalker Outdoors. What a legend. What an absolute beast of a man. John taught me some really cool things about tracking and had a great time there. Burton, it was cool to meet you, man. I'm super excited for your future. We got my first dove this year. Winged it. Had to hit it with a stick, but it tasted just as good. Tried my first mallard duck, and that's either quail or pheasants. And Rabbit Stick Duck Man, who prepared them for us, doing what he does best, roasting ducks for the whole camp. Grandpa and Grandma passed away this year, and that was hard. Out on a scouting mission with a buddy in a beautiful area that I got my dove in. Learned to identify milkweed and the milkweed bug. Lots of uses there. San Juan Island trip. Oh, man. Turned it into a family tradition. We'll miss you, Grandpa. You did a lot for this world. Thank you so much. Earth Runner shoes, my new favorite footwear of all time. My brother learned to skydive this year, and I'm proud of him for that. That's real cool. We got new dishes we've tried this year, beef bulgogi. And caught some beautiful fish. Didn't do as much fishing this year. Focused on a lot of hunting and tracking instead. Went to a Renaissance fair with my wife, which was super fun for the second time. Got into leather work. This is the best sheath I did of the year. The first sheath I did of the year. And made some mistakes. Picked up a knife from Dave Holiday that he designed, and it's absolutely awesome. Learned to make the family cheesecake recipe that my father married my mother for, or so we're told. This is Adam from Losty Forge. If you've not checked him out, I'd highly recommend it. He makes the coolest knives, and they just work. This is Corey, or Buana Badger Bushcraft. I've learned an insane amount from this guy, and everyone can. Go check him out, too. fixing mistakes from my first leather sheath, and did my first leather working project, turn Grandpa's belts into keychains that his grandkids can carry. I did a lot of friction fire experiments this year, Egyptian bow drill being my favorite that I learned from Tom Wax, who you saw earlier, and still working on some of them. I even learned how to make use of roadkill this year, 2 different deer in fact. I learned some really amazing skills this year, and I learned them from really interesting and amazing people that have been impactful. Rabbit Stick was an absolute highlight for that, and I can't thank everyone enough for their friendship and their willingness to share. Thanks, Melissa, for introducing us to Yellowstone Playhouse. Super entertaining. Highly recommend everyone going there at least once. Happy New Year's, y'all. Thank you for the support. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for everything. Hope your New Year is just as good or better than the last one. Catch you guys around.